An-Issa, Syria, AFP. Ms. Khadija Alish made it out alive from Syria's battle-ravaged Raqqa with her 5 children, but she lost her 7-year-old son to the biting cold of life in a displacement camp. As temperatures drop, tens of thousands of civilians forced out of their homes by Syria's war are spending yet another winter in flimsy plastic tents or abandoned half-finished buildings. And without heating, blankets and warm clothes, or access to proper medical care, even a simple cold can turn deadly. My son died because of the cold, weeps Ms. Khadija, 35, her features drawn and exhausted a week after the sudden death of little Abdel Ila. After fleeing fighting in the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria, ISIS, group's former bastion Raqqa, Ms. Khadija's family sought refuge in the An-Issa camp about 50 kilometers north. Now nighttime temperatures are plummeting to just 4 degrees Celsius. He coughed and had a fever in the middle of the night. The next day, he was dead, Ms. Khadija told AFP, drawing her 4 young children close to her. May God spare us in this cold, she said. More than 17,000 people have sought refuge in the An-Issa camps, 2,550 tents, set up in neat rows exposed to the elements. Most of the residents fled assaults against ISIS in Raqqa, as well as Syria's province of Deir ez-Zor to the southeast. Many of their homes have been flattened, their towns and villages reduced to ruins without electricity or running water. Returning is not an option. According to the United Nations, which supports the camp, there is no new health care clinic to cater for expanding areas of the sprawling facility. More than half of the residents say their tents need repairs or maintenance to protect against the cold. To keep the inside of their tents dry, many in the camp have put up an extra layer of nylon tarps and resort to using rocks to weigh down plastic sheeting to prevent water seeping in. Camp manager Jalal Aliyev acknowledged there was a lack of medication available to displaced families in An-Issa. There are no statistics on infant mortality, but deaths have been caused by illnesses exacerbated by the cold, Mr. Aliyev said. Children dash between the camp's makeshift alleyways, some of them barefoot despite the chill. A few are wrapped up in oversized sweaters and jackets. In a part of the camp set up as a market, groups of women are gathered around a pile of second-hand clothing, examining jackets and trousers. Without enough winter clothes, families are using blankets to fashion coats and other warm garments, says International Committee of the Red Cross spokeswoman Inga Isedki. In winter time, children become even more vulnerable and exposed to additional health hazards, she says. Ms. Zainab Khalil, a mother of 4 from Syria's eastern Al-Bu Kamal, says they are being treated well at the camp, but we need heating, blankets. Because of the cold, my children and I haven't stopped coughing since we arrived, says the 35-year-old. Crouching in front of her tent, Ms. Youssef boils water in a large black pot over a bonfire to bathe her grandchildren. The most important thing is that the children can be warm, says the 55-year-old, her face shielded from the wind by a purple shawl with black polka dots.